In Python, variables declared outside of any function have a global scope. These are called global variables. They're like a central bulletin board that all functions can read and update. Useful for storing data shared by different parts of your code. Imagine you're building a game. Keep track of the player's score throughout different levels. Store it as a global variable, but use them sparingly. Overusing them can make your code harder to debug. Let's look at a simple example to solidify our understanding. In this Python snippet is our global variable. We define it outside of any function, making it accessible from anywhere in our code. The function then uses this global variable to print "Hello, world." As you can see, we can directly access and use within the function. This example demonstrates the most basic use of a global variable. We declare it globally, and any function in our program can then use it. The power of this approach lies in its simplicity and the ease with which we can share data across our code. One common use of global variables in Python is to store configuration settings for your program. Imagine you're building a web scraper and you want to control how many pages it scrapes or the delay between requests. You can store these settings as global variables. In this example, and act as configuration parameters. They are easily identifiable and modifiable at the top of your script, making it convenient to tweak your scraper's behavior. Using global variables for configuration settings makes your code cleaner and more readable. It centralizes these settings, making them easy to find, modify, and maintain throughout your project. Global variables can also be used to share data between different functions in your program. Let's say you're building a simple inventory system. You can use a global variable to keep track of the current stock level. In this example is our shared global variable. Both the and functions can access and modify it. This shared access allows us to maintain a consistent view of the stock level throughout our program. However, it's important to note the use of the keyword within the functions. This keyword explicitly tells Python that we want to work with the global variable and not create a new local variable with the same name. Section 5. Controlling program flow with flag variables. Global variables can act as flags to control the behavior of your program. Imagine you're building a program that continuously processes data until stopped by the user. You can use a global flag variable to signal when to stop the processing loop. Python running =trueDefProcess_data while running. In this example, the variable acts as our flag. The function keeps running as long as it's true. When the user requests to stop, the function sets to false, gracefully exiting the loop. Section 6. Accumulating values globally. Another use case for global variables is to act as counters or accumulators. Let's say you're analyzing a large dataset and want to count the occurrences of a specific value. Count =0 data. Global count for value in data. If value =target_value, count plus =1 process_data, large_dataset, print occurrences of target_value, a count. In this example, serves as our global counter. The function iterates through the dataset and increments each time it encounters the. This pattern is useful when you need to aggregate information across different parts of your code. The global variable acts as a central repository for the accumulated data. Section 7. Best practices and words of caution. Use global variables judiciously to avoid pitfalls. Minimize global variables, only use them when necessary. Overuse leads to hard-to-debug code. Clear naming conventions, use descriptive uppercase names. Document their use, clearly document each global variable. This improves readability and maintainability. Encapsulation, encapsulate globals within functions or classes. Consider alternatives. Use arguments or class attributes. Follow these practices to leverage global variables effectively. Section 8. Conclusion. When to embrace global variables. Global variables in Python offer a powerful mechanism for sharing data and configurations across your program. They can streamline your code, especially when used for configuration settings, flag variables, or simple data sharing between functions. However, it's crucial to wield this power responsibly. Overusing global variables can lead to code that's difficult to debug and maintain. Always prioritize clear naming conventions, document their use, and explore alternative approaches when possible. Remember, the key to mastering global variables is understanding their strengths and limitations. Use them judiciously, and your Python code will thank you for it.